Hi, Attorney Steve Vondran, the business and real estate lawyer. We're back. We are talking about RESPA law in this video. And we will head to, follow me now, the Attorney Steve Business and Real Estate Whiteboard. All right. I know it's kind of a mess, but these are my notes. I'm going to go over RESPA law and give you a little overview of RESPA. As you may know, if you're in the real estate business, RESPA is a federal law as opposed to a state law. So the first point is, state law is always allowed to provide greater protections to consumers and whatnot, but greater protections than federal law offers. Now, a lot of people don't understand that principle. It's very basic. Federal law sets baseline standards. States are allowed to grant more protections, okay? So realize this is general legal information. In the area of RESPA law, it's very fact specific. So if you have questions, you should engage a real estate lawyer like myself. Give us a call. We'll go over your situation. For now, let's talk in general terms about RESPA on our real estate and business whiteboard. Okay, we are talking RESPA Section 8 referral fees and illegal kickbacks. Okay, this is something that when you have settlement service providers that are providing services that are raising the costs to the consumer, that's what RESPA is trying to prevent. Who enforces RESPA? Basically, it's HUD, Housing and Urban Development, HUD.gov. HUD.gov, they have some good policy statements there on RESPA. If you're in the real estate business, you want to understand it some more. HUD.gov has some policy statements. Check those out. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the newly created entity, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, I call them, CFPB, also engages in HUD, or excuse me, RESPA real estate enforcement actions and consent orders and whatnot. They can tell companies, knock it off, impose fines, certain things like that and whatnot. So realize when you're in the real estate business, you're a new agent, you're starting a new real estate company, you're in the title business, mortgage business, appraisal business, you need to understand RESPA and have just a general working knowledge. And then when you have a specific thing, a red flag should go off in your mind and something should say, I need to call Attorney Steve. I have a question here. So give us a call, 877-276-5084. Let's talk about RESPA. RESPA Section 8 prohibits referral fees, which basically says you cannot receive a fee, a kickback, a thing of value. Or a thing of value. Hear that? That's pretty wide open, right? You cannot receive a fee, a kickback, a thing of value for agreeing to refer business to a settlement service provider, otherwise known as an SSP. So you cannot receive a fee, kickback, or thing of value for agreeing orally or in writing to refer business to a settlement service provider. Once again, as I mentioned, this is going to raise the cost of a transaction. That's what one of the things RESPA is trying to prohibit. It's also trying to prohibit illegal kickbacks and shifting of fees where there's no real services being provided, okay? What is a settlement service provider? We need to understand that, right? Settlement service provider is, generally speaking, some company or entity that provides services prior to the purchase of a home. Prior to the purchase of a home. Let's give the common examples: a title insurance company or an agent, a mortgage loan banker or a broker, appraisal companies, home inspection companies. Okay, these types of companies are doing things before a house is purchased, and these are the types of entities that you cannot seek a fee, kickback, or a thing of value from if you're a real estate agent or a broker. Okay, so no receiving things of value from them to refer them business, okay? Don't take something from them to give them business, okay? That's what we're trying to prevent here, okay? RESPA does not apply to companies like home improvement companies, moving companies, painters. So there are some companies that RESPA won't apply to. These are the general categories. There's a lot of other ones. There's a lot of fact-specific types of companies. What are they doing? What are they providing? So if you're not sure, contact a real estate lawyer, get it reviewed before you find yourself in court. Okay, so what kinds of things are we talking about? What types of referral fees and things are prohibited? Things like a title company is having regular monthly dinners and things where they're catering the whole spread. They got the whole spread laid out and they're catering to real estate agents and brokers, hoping to get their business, providing things of value. Once again, if you're not sure, Attorney Steve, give them the finger. Things of value. Refer them to this video. You have to be very careful about these regular monthly meetings, these dinners, paying for tickets and sporting events, paying for your golfing green fees, paying things for you with the hope or expectation that you will refer them business, okay? So if you're not sure, pick up the phone. I know it's enticing and they're providing things and it looks real enticing, but it could get you in a lot of trouble. Getaway weekends where they're offering trips and getaway types of deals. These are problems. These are problems to consider when you're a mortgage broker or when you're a real estate agent or broker and somebody's hoping to get some business from you. Penalties for RESPA violations. You can find yourself in a civil case. You can find yourself in a CFPB enforcement action, as I mentioned at the outset. Consent orders. You can be required to pay 3 times whatever the overcharged value was. With the referral fee, fines up to $10,000, attorney fees, and even potential jail time. So you have to be very careful about this. I had one client that he was a California real estate broker. He got an out-of-state letter from another financial division of another state, basically looking into illegal fees that were earned from him. So you have to be careful. You don't want those types of things disrupting your business, okay? So the fines and penalties can be very serious. Those are things to think about. What are some other things here that are okay? Some things that are recognized as being okay in the real estate business. Offering sort of food at an open house where the settlement service provider is clearly demonstrating or depicting that they are sponsoring the event. Things where you're just, it's clear that they're there sponsoring, hoping that you, the customer, will use them. Those kinds of things have been accepted in the past. Educational seminars where things are clearly labeled. Sponsoring events such as a hole-in-one contest at a golf course where it clearly states, we're the title company here, we're sponsoring this event, those kinds of things. Joint advertising, splitting costs with real estate brokers where both are splitting it, paying fair and reasonable costs for what they're doing. So there's not some sort of hint or suggestion that there's an illegal referral relationship going on. Splitting the cost of marketing is one thing. If one is paying money above and beyond what the market value is for services or advertising, it could be considered a kickback. So you have to be careful about that when you're in this area. Giving away general ad specialty items like the pens and the magnets and those kinds of things. Giving away general ad specialty promotional items, generally recognized as okay. This area has popped up in one enforcement action with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is lockouts and leasing, basically leasing agreements where lenders and brokers are getting into these co-office leasing agreements, and the leasing agreements are being done at greater than market value, obviously sending the suggestion that they want the referrals back. And there was a case where the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found this co-leasing arrangement between a bank and a mortgage lender and found that the rents weren't jiving, that they didn't make sense, and that one was basically they were exclusively agreeing to refer each other business without allowing any other types of competition. Those kinds of lockouts or lease agreements that don't reflect true market value, those can get you into trouble, okay? So those are the main things I want to tell you about. I can't go into every detail, but if you need a real estate lawyer, a RESPA attorney, someone that can help you understand the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, give us a call. I'm attorney Steve Vondran, licensed to practice law in California and Arizona. I've earned broker's licenses in both states. I've been practicing law almost coming up on a decade now. So if you have questions, we're happy to help you. Make sure you subscribe while you're here. We appreciate you coming. Have a great day. Thank you.